So yeah, when it comes to LS Brooklyn, I mean, I've never noticed it before. I don't know if this is just because it's a thin t-shirt, but it will stain your shirt. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is going to be part one of my first declutter of 2024, and then my quick Sephora VIB haul. I'm gonna do this one at the end. I decided to split up my declutter into two parts because I still have more fragrances that I'm pretty sure are gonna be leaving my collection, but I want to go through it and make sure these are the ones that I know for sure are going, and then I do have some that are already gone, just because I like to keep up with what has left my collection. And then also I wanted to do a giveaway, and I just felt too rushed, so I decided to split it up, and my giveaway will be in part two. So be sure to like and subscribe so that you will know when I'm going to be doing my giveaway. I have some fragrances that I received in PR that just did not work out for me, so I will be giving those fragrances away. And then all these fragrances I have purchased with my own money and they didn't work out, and I will go over everything. I shouldn't say they didn't work out, because some are just backup bottles, because I definitely am a different person from when I started my channel, and I'm done with the backup bottles, especially the ones at the end. I wanted to keep the backup bottles, but my collection is just way too large, and there's always going to be something new. And where you guys can reach me on any of these fragrances, I'll have listed below. So we have quite a bit to go over, so let's go ahead and get into the video. I was gonna start with what has left my collection, but I'm probably gonna be going interchangeably because some are from the same brand, and I rather just pop in a picture if it's gone and then go over what is leaving. The first one I wanted to go over is Laia 22 Orus. Now, I've been talking about this one a lot. This was one that I really enjoyed when I first picked it up, but then the more and more I wore it here in the hot summer months, it just got too busy, and I ended up picking up LS Brooklyn's Sunfruit, which smells very similar. They're by the same perfumer, and it's just a lighter, airier version of it. If you like more complex fragrances, I would say go for Laia's 22 Orus. I wanted something more light, so I stuck with Sunfruit, and Laia's 22 Orus went to another home already, so that one's gone. I do have a travel because I do enjoy Laia's 22 Orus. It's one that I really only enjoy in winter because it is a little busier, so I do have a travel that I kept of that fragrance. And another one that is no longer in my collection, this was actually one that I wasn't decluttering, but what had happened was I had let go of a travel set of replicas By the Fireplace, Jazz Club, and Bubble Bath. That one I had passed on, and that same person wanted Jazz Club. Like, they were like, are you selling this one, after they had tested out the travel? And I was like, no, I mean, I have a bottle. She's like, oh, please, I'll buy it off of you, because I usually sell my fragrances discounted. So I sold it to her because she really wanted it. So Jazz Club is no longer in my collection. Again, I wasn't planning on decluttering that one, but since that one is gone, I am decluttering By the Fireplace. By the Fireplace is one that I used to layer with Jazz Club. I kind of wish now that I would have just kept the travels, but it was her testing the travels that led her to wanting Jazz Club, because I would have been happy with just the travels, and during that small time of the year during the holidays when I do wear that one, you know, popping it on. But By the Fireplace is one that I enjoy, but I enjoy it more with Jazz Club, and she said this one was just a little too woody for her. So I am going to be letting go of replicas By the Fireplace, and this is the 30 ml. Okay, another one that is no longer in my collection is Gris Dior by Christian Dior. This one I talked about in a video where I talked about fragrances that have changed in my collection. I always had this love, slight dislike, I don't want to say hate, for Gris Dior, but it started to change, and I think it was the earthiness. I believe that one has patchouli, but the note of patchouli in general, it's one that I still enjoy in my fragrances, but I no longer enjoy overly patchouli fragrances. So where I used to love Jimmy Choo's the Eau de Parfum, and I used to love Angel by Mugler, which I still have a little one, because there's just fragrances that I need to have in like my collection because they're just iconic. But patchouli in general, where it was a note that I used to love since I was young, I used to wear fragrances with patchouli in it all the time. it's something that I like more blended in my fragrances now. So Gris Dior is gone. Another one that I'm really sad that's leaving my collection is Lucky. This one, it's just, it is a beautiful Lily of the Valley scent, but this bottle, this humongous 100ml bottle, I will never get through. And it's a shame to keep such an expensive bottle like this in my collection. I was even thinking of getting a 30ml, but the prices have gone up on all the Dior's. I mean, if I ever come across the mini, because it's one of the minis that didn't come in the collection that I have, but this is just way too much, and this is an expensive fragrance. So I'm hoping this will find a new home. But yeah, I'm gonna be passing on this one. I put a little bit of a dent, but I have to be in the mood for this one. It is a little bit more mature smelling. It's one that Dennis isn't crazy about. He doesn't care for overly floral fragrances, so when I wear this one, he does think I smell a little too mature. So I have to be in the mood for this one, and it's just too big of a bottle. So I am going to be letting go of a Lucky by Christian Dior. Okay, and then another one that is no longer in my collection is, I don't think I ever really featured this one. This is Lancome's La Vie Belle. I don't know if it's floral or floral because they have different ones. I got this one because I really enjoy the flankers of La Vie Belle, and I thought this was going to be a more floral version. When I did decide to pass it on, I was going back and forth, but I have other fragrances like this. Like, I thought it was going to be a floral version of La Vie Belle, but I didn't really get the La Vie Belle DNA too much. But it is a very nice fragrance. It's just nothing special in my collection. So I did go ahead and let go of that one. Keeping in line with La Vie Belle, I am going to be letting go of my 30ml because I have this travel. La Vie Belle is just one of those iconic fragrances, so it's another one that I always want to have in my collection. It's a #1 seller for a reason. It's very popular and also very unpopular. This perfume has been loved and this perfume has been trashed. For that reason, I want it in my collection, but I want the smallest possible because I've moved past this. This is one that I used to lust over when a coworker of mine used to wear this like 6 or 7 years ago, and I always wanted to own a bottle, and I think it was one of my first videos when I switched to perfume where I hauled the 100ml bottle, and then I passed that on to my mom when I started building my collection because I wanted a smaller bottle. I think I've owned every size bottle of La Vie Belle. So I'm just passing on this 30ml and keeping this cute little 15ml. Another La Vie Belle that I'm going to be letting go of is La Vie Belle Luxr. This one was in my haul video last week, and this was a catch and release. This was one that I blind bought. It didn't work out for me, and it's not that there was anything wrong with the scent, because again, I do enjoy this DNA. I also hauled Extraordinaire. I have that one, I love it. I have, I think it's Diamant de la Rose. That was a limited edition one. I really enjoy that one. I have La Vie Belle and Rose. I prefer the fruity flankers, so even though this one doesn't list gourmand notes, this one's just a little bit more on the La Vie Belle gourmand side. It's got a woodiness to it, it's sexy, but it just reminds me a lot of the original. Also, I get the iris a lot in this one, and it just didn't jive with me. So I am going to be letting go of the Luxr version. All right, then another one that is no longer in my collection is Juliet Has a Gun Moscow Mule and Juliet Has a Gun Not a Perfume. I do really enjoy Not a Perfume, but I'm thinking of getting the super dose version. I have a few travels, and when I go through them, I will decide. I ended up getting a bunch of travels because I do want to do my Juliet Has a Gun video, but a lot of these I don't need 100ml bottles of. They're just fragrances I'm not going to wear a lot, and Moscow Mule was one of them. I already knew a friend that was going to fall in love with this one, so that one's already gone to a new home, as well as I'm going to be passing on Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. This one is so pretty, but I have this fragrance throughout my collection. And in addition to house reviews, I also want to continue with like my this or that, like if you have this, you don't need that, because this is redundant in my collection. Two fragrances that smell similar, not exact, but fall in this same kind of category is Beach Walk by Replica. That one doesn't smell as sweet as Vanilla Vibes. You can really get the vanilla in this one. And then Sunday Joya, the discontinued one, which that one is gone. That one has more of an ambery vibe. So they all smell similar. I would say Beach Walk is the most realistic in my opinion, which is what I prefer. And I prefer having it in a 30 ml. Because it's kind of that sun-tanny, salty, beachy vibe fragrance that surprisingly, even though I live in a very hot climate, I like different. Like I like my coconut, I like my tropical fruity fragrances, and then my sun-tanny, I don't want a lot of. And this 100 ml bottle is certainly not one that I want a large bottle of. But this is a really nice one. It's very well done. I do have a travel of it. So I'm going to be keeping that and passing on this one. And again, that's Juliet Has a Gun Vanilla Vibes. Okay, and then a couple from Kayali because I have backup bottles. So the first one I'm going to be getting rid of is Love Fest Burning Cherry. I did purchase this one, but I did receive, I don't know if this was my first or second ever fragrance that they sent to me. I only get fragrances sent to me. I don't receive money for talking about them. I know that's talked about in a lot of fragrance groups. I don't ever see a dime. I get sent the fragrance. I'm not given a script. I receive an email saying that something's coming to me, and that's it. It's not like other perfume companies I had to walk away from because of that. Kayali has never asked to see my video. None of my videos are sponsored. They just send me fragrance. So this was either my first or second that I received from them. It just holds a special place in my heart. So I'm going to keep the one that was gifted to me, and I'm going to be selling the 100 ml that I purchased. Oh, this one's so good. I didn't want to, but honestly I do wear this one in fall. This is a fall fragrance for me, so I already put a little bit of a dent in this one, so I think it's okay for me to let I don't know, this huge bottle is so pretty. I don't know. Anyways, somebody take it away or I'm gonna keep it. And then I am gonna be letting go of my 50 ml of Vanilla 28. I purchased both of these. So I started off with a mini of Vanilla 28, fell in love, got the 100 ml during one of her sales, like Black Friday sales. And then this fragrance was getting harder and harder to find. This became like the #1 seller, and you could never get it at Sephora or online because it would sell out. I did see it one time come back in stock, and I bought a backup bottle, and it came with like a lotion, which the lotion is not included. I keep the lotion over there. So I don't have the box to this one, but this is a backup bottle, and I don't need a backup bottle because I have this large 100 ml bottle, and this is one that I mix with, so I do want to keep the 100 ml of this one. So I'm going to be keeping this one and letting go of my backup bottle. All right, then last, I did want to throw in a celebrity fragrance because I got more celebrity fragrances that I'm going to be bundling and letting go of. But I am going to be letting go of Rihanna's Rebel Fleur. This is a fragrance that my sister really enjoyed, so I gifted her the larger bottle. And then I decided I wanted a small bottle in my collection. But the other day we were talking about it and how this smells like us when we used to go clubbing. And it does. Oh my god. Well, this is like she says that, not that it smells like vieja, because she said vieja, which is old lady. Well, no, she did say that. She just said it smelled not old, but like older, like something from our past. And it's true. Like a lot of fragrances like this, she mentioned like Beyonce fragrances and Usher fragrances. She used to wear a lot of the Usher fragrances when we would go out to the club. And we were talking about it, and she's like, I can't with that fragrance anymore. I gotta let it go. And so it made me revisit mine. And while it's a good celebrity fragrance, especially if you're starting out your collection, I have moved past this. So I am going to be letting go of this fragrance. So those are the fragrances that I'm going to be letting go of. There will be more. I have a box there that I'm going to be testing out in the next week or so. And I'm going to be doing a part 2. And then again, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Let's go ahead and now get into my Sephora VIB haul. All right, so next we are going to be going over my Sephora VIB haul. So the first thing that I picked up, this I actually didn't pick up during the Sephora VIB. I picked up the second one. So I picked up Forever Mood by Jackie Aina, the Discovery set. I picked this up as soon as it released because I didn't think it would make it to the VIB. And then I said, to myself, if it makes it, I'll pick up another one so that I could have 6 mils, because I do want to go over this. I was able to pick it up and then it sold out. So I did pick up a second one, but I can't seem to, it's somewhere around here in this mess. So I am going to be going over this hopefully in next week's video. I want to include this in my Navitas. I don't want to do are they full bottle worthy, because honestly I probably won't get full bottles of any of these, just because a lot of these fragrances are reminiscent of other fragrances and my collection's just gotten way too large. So I'm going to be going over them like influencer fragrances and let you guys know what they smell like, what family they fall in. They don't necessarily all smell like dupes, some do, and I'll go over that. But I do want to do a video and include it because I know I've owed some of you guys, some people wanted to see my thoughts on the Navitas fragrances. So that's coming hopefully again next week, and I thought this was perfect because she's another influencer. Now she's done her own, but I think it would be a perfect time to just do them all in one video. So I'm going to be doing that with Jackie Aina's Forever Moods, as well as some of the influencers, the perfume influencers like AI the Great and Gabby. I can't think of them right now, but I'm gonna do a video like that. Now the rest of these I pretty much got with my gift cards, and I only went over I think like $11, so I'm pretty proud of that. So thank you to my friends and family that got me gift cards, specifically Sephora. I did get other gifts from like my dad and my brother, but my mom, my sister, Diana, and also my friend Rebecca, they all gave me Sephora gift cards. So with that, I was able to pick up Ellis Brooklyn's Sweet, which was on my list. This one I kind of say is from my mom. She's a sweetheart. And then Ellis Brooklyn's Apple Love. I told my sister this is the one she got. And then I had a little bit left over from both their gift cards. And then with that, with Day and Diana's gift card, I got the 7 Virtues Amber Vanilla. And I'm only saying who because I want to shout them out. I want to say thank you because it's essentially supporting my channel. So I did pick up Amber Vanilla. And then when Rebecca surprised me, I went ahead and picked up the new Aqua de Joya Intense. I didn't know what to get, and I saw reviews where people said it didn't have the same DNA, so I'm like, let me start with a travel first because I'm going to be highly upset if it's not the intense version. That one is on the way, and then I will let you guys know how that one smells. I'm a little disappointed to read that it doesn't have the Aqua de Joya DNA, especially because it's called the Intense. People are saying it's more fruity and not intense. So that is my out with the old, in with the new. My quick declutter part 1. Stick around for part 2 because I will be doing a giveaway, and then some fragrances that I picked up during the Sephora VAB. So let me know in the comments below, what is a fragrance that you recently decluttered and what is one that you recently picked up. But that will do it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.